Hi, everybody. We are starting a new Junie B book today. It is called Junie B, First Grader Dumb Bunny. And you can see her dressed in a bunny suit on the cover there. And we'll find out why. All right, so the first chapter is called Dumb Bunnies and Clocks. Monday, dear first grade journal. Dumb bunny, dumb bunny, dumb bunny. I am not allowed to say dumb bunny on account of my teacher heard me call May that name on the playground. And he said for me to knock it off. Only here's something I just thought of. Even if I can't say dumb bunny out loud, I can still think it inside of my head because heads are silent, which is what I like about heads. I'm going to try it out right now. I put down my pencil and I looked at May, and then I squinted my eyes real teensy. And I thought that name to just myself. So in her head, she's thinking, dumb bunny, dumb bunny, dumb bunny, dumb bunny. May looked suspicious at me. What are you doing, Junie Jones? Why are you squinting like that? She asked. Stop it right now. Stop that squinting. I paused my squinting. I'm not just squinting at you, May. I'm also thinking a name about you inside my head. But you don't even know the name that I'm thinking because heads are silent, which is what I like about heads, I said. May frowned, and I started my squinting again. So in her head, she's going, dumb bunny, dumb bunny, dumb bunny, dumb bunny, dumb bunny, I thought. And after I finished, I brushed my hands together very satisfied. There, that ought to hold me for a while, I said. May kept on frowning, and then blam. So here's a picture of Junie B. Why can't I hold this the right way? Woo, there we go. Junie B squinting at May at her seat. Get him to stop doing that. And then blam, she exploded out of her chair and she zoomed to the front of the room. Mr. Scary, Junie B called me that name again. I know she did, only she thought it inside her head, and that is just plain sneaky. Mr. Scary was writing at his desk. He closed his eyes and he did a big breath. May, what are the 3 new rules about tattling? He asked. You and I came up with 3 new rules to control your tattling, remember? Can you tell me what they are, please? May stood there for a long time because she did not like the 3 new rules, I believe. And finally, she started to say them. Rule number 1, count to 20 before I tattle, she grumped. Mr. Scary nodded. Yes, May, excellent. That's the first rule. Go on. Rule number 2, said May. If I still feel like tattling, count to 20 again. Mr. Scary did a thumbs up. Good. And rule number 3? May sucked in her cheeks. Rule number 3, if I still feel like tattling after that, go home, eat dinner, go to bed, wake up, eat breakfast, come back to school, raise my hand to tattle, and then put my hand over my mouth. And please be quiet, she said. So Mr. Scary does not want to hear her tattles. Mr. Scary clapped his happy hands. Perfect, you've got it. Those are exactly the rules we talked about, aren't they? He said. I'm very proud of you for remembering them. He stood up and walked her back to her chair. You have a great memory for rules, May, he said, but the next step is to actually follow those rules, okay? And I don't believe you counted to 20 this time, did you? I leaned over and I tapped on him. I can vouch for that, I said. There was definitely no counting going on. Mr. Scary frowned at me. I will deal with you in a minute, Miss Jones, he said. You and I are going to review the rule on name calling. I did a gulp. But I didn't even call her a name, Mr. Scary. All I did was think the name in my head, I said. May flashed her angry eyes. No, you did not just think it, Junie Jones. You told me what you were thinking about, and that is exactly like saying it. Almost, she said. And then she went on. Plus, you didn't even think it quietly. You thought it so loud that I could hear it in your brain. May looked up at Mr. Scary. My ears were tested last year in kindergarten, she said. The nurse said that I can hear as good as a North American barn owl. Mr. Scary stared at her for a long time. No, May, no. I'm sorry, he said, but the nurse did not tell you that. You do not hear as well as a North American barn owl. May squirmed in her chair a little bit. Squirming is what happens after you fib. At least that's what always happens in my experiences. After a minute, May put her head on her desk and she covered up with her sweater. Mr. Scary bent down next to me. And as for you, Miss Jones, this is the absolute last time that I ever want to talk to you about name calling, he said. I don't want you to say dumb bunny, or think dumb bunny, or sing dumb bunny, or hum dumb bunny, or write dumb bunny. Do you understand? I tapped my fingers on my desk. But then what am I supposed to do when May is mean to me? I asked him. I have to call her something or else she won't even know that I'm mad. And then I thought for a second and I clapped my hands together. Hey, I know. Maybe I could just think the dumb part in my head and I'll call her the plain bunny part. Would plain bunny be okay with you? May popped up from her sweater. No, 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 she grouched. Just plain bunny isn't nice either. My friend named Sheldon stood up. Bunny isn't nice? How come Bunny isn't nice? I have an aunt named Bunny and she's very, very nice. And then Sheldon looked at Mr. Scary. My Aunt Bunny's married to my Uncle Vern. Aunt Bunny has a lot of. Mr. Scary quick held up his hand. Yes, Sheldon, we all know. You've told us many interesting things about your Aunt Bunny, but right now we don't need to hear any more about your Aunt Bunny's skull tattoos. Ooh, said Sheldon. Please sit down, said Mr. Scary. And then across the room, Lucille sprang right up. Well, I love, love, love bunnies, she said. And so this subject is perfect timing for me because I'm having a big party at my giant house on Saturday, and all of you are invited to come. And then she bounced up and down real excited. And guess what else? A very famous bunny is going to be there to meet you. And guess who it is, everyone? Guess the bunny, she said. Room 1 thought really hard. And all of us started to guess at once. Is it Bugs Bunny? Buster Bunny? The Bionic Bunny? Thumper? We guessed. Lucille rolled her eyes. No, she said. My bunny is way more famous than those cartoon guys. And then we guessed some more. The Trix Rabbit? The Velveteen Rabbit? Peter Rabbit? We asked. And then Lucille stamped her foot. No, she said. What's wrong with you people? It's the Easter Bunny. Haven't you heard of the Easter Bunny? And then she reached into her desk and she pulled out some fancy envelopes and she waved them around real angry. Do you see these invitations, huh? Do you? She asked. These are invitations to an Easter egg hunt at my rich, expensive house. And I was going to pass them out at lunch, but if you dumb clucks never even heard of the Easter Bunny, just never mind the whole thing. Oh, that's not nice. And after that, she did a huffy and she flounced back in her chair. Mr. Scary hurried up over there and he quick got her up and he took her by her hand and he walked her into the hallway. They were gone for a long time, and when they finally came back, Lucille said she was sorry for calling us dumb clucks. That is some kind of an insult, apparently. And then she took out the envelopes out of her desk again and she gave everyone an invitation. And so yippee, yippee, hooray, hooray, room 1 is going to a party. There is Lucille. So now we know that the whole class is invited to an Easter egg hunt party over at Lucille's rich, fancy house. So tomorrow we will find out more about what happens in our Dumb Bunny book. All right, have a great day, boys and girls.